I hope that you are wonderful. And I wanted to come on here today and talk about consistency being the key to success and how you can actually get better at being consistent at something. And I was already planning this morning, and then something crazy happened when I thought about it, and then throughout the day in the last week, and I really noticed that there was one thing that four people have said to me this week about some of my progress and my success. So first, my business coach, my business partner, a colleague at school, and then most recently, just now, coming from the physical therapist. And all of them said to me, you have had success because you have been consistent. And I was like, that's it? That's all it takes? Now, we know that there's might be more to it than that, but that doing the same small little thing over and over can give huge results. And if we agree with that, and we know that because we know Rome wasn't built in a day, right? We know that things take time for them to happen. So the same rule applies to our parenting, our teaching, maybe eating right, or growing a business. No matter what it is, you have to do the same thing or relatively the same thing over and over again consistently for you to have results. So if we believe that that's true, how can we grow in this skill and get better at it? And the number one thing is that this is like number one for almost everything in life, but it's right here, your mindset. Your mindset needs to know this rule. And you have to continuously tell your mind that this is possible. Because there will always, 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 always be something that gets in the way, that throws a wrench in your plan, that tries to get you off track, that's a setback when things don't go your way, or in our world of everything, Instapot, Instagram, everything is instant gratification. We have to know that in our mind that we need to be able to accept those obstacles and understand that they're there, but not use them as an excuse. So that's number one, your mindset, definitely. Number two, this is huge. I'm a big, big planner. Like, you have to have a plan. If you want to be consistent in something, you need to know and make this time in your plan for when you're going to do things. I'm involved in a lot of different things, and I spend a little bit of time on all of them because they're all important to me. And maybe I focus a little bit more in one than another at a certain time. But the point is that they are all planned into my calendar and into my system because they're all important to me. And by having a plan, I know when I need to get things done or fit them in. And a little bit every day, it's totally possible. And I will say with planning, I'm like huge on checklists. So checking them off and celebrating the success when I do them. Number three, this has been a very interesting one for me to learn personally, but progress, not perfection. It goes with that saying along with the process of just doing small things a little bit at a time, but you're going to make mistakes, and that is kind of the next one as well, but the progress, not perfection, but making mistakes and actually teach you more on how to be consistent. I've definitely had to learn this the hard way because for me, I suffer from IBS, and if I eat the wrong thing, then automatically my stomach will be like 4 times the size and I'll look pregnant overnight. So I've had to learn that the hard way about how to be consistent in what I do and how I eat so that I don't suffer from those consequences. And I had to learn the hard way with my physical therapy for strengthening my hamstring, that if I don't do the exercises a little bit every day, I'm dying in agony because I need to do the work and put the right input in to have the right output. But I had to accept the progress and not perfection, because if I was always trying to be perfect and I make a mistake, then I would fall off. And I'm still working on that a little bit for some things, but when we accept that and we can understand that, realizing our mistakes can really be a huge step in taking us to a better place with consistency. This one I love. Change it up. Sometimes, things get monotonous. Like, who's tired of every single day you have to do the same thing over and over? And it can feel like you're not making progress or you're not making a difference. So when you start to feel like that, do something fun to change it. Just like kind of really throw something different in there, but it's still related to what you're doing, because you're still working on it, and it will give you a little bit of spark, it'll give you a little bit of excitement to move forward and continue with what you're doing. This is a big one. Again, in that Insta world that we live in, I guess this is number 6. Train yourself to delay gratification for something. And this is a big one, but like we try to teach it to our kids all the time. Okay, well, if you can watch TV, but at this certain time, because you can't just always turn the TV on and think that that's going to help them in their life, right? Or give them the iPhone every 2 seconds. So we have to teach them how to delay that gratification for something that they want. And by consistently doing that same action, then they're going to see the reward in that. And so we have to do it for ourselves. Sometimes as adults, we forget that we need to delay something for ourselves because we want it now too. We're starting to become accustomed to that same society, that same value, but sometimes like waiting for something and having that patience can be even more important in teaching you how to be consistent, because success comes with your effort, not because you do it one time. And then the last one is about changing and shifting your perspective on something. So, some things in our to-do list are easy and some are not so easy. And they don't bring us a lot of joy, let's face it. I mean, like, who wants to clean the bathroom every week or, however often you do it? But if you shift your perspective and tie something positive, some outcome, almost tied into with that delayed gratification, then maybe, just maybe, that task can be looked at in a different way. Why don't you start playing your favorite tunes while you clean something? Or for me, I like to listen to little podcasts or learning something because I love to do that. That excites me. So then when I can pair that with something I don't love as much, it just takes off the not fun part of it for me. So there are 7 tips that I hope that you can start to use in your life, and don't try to do them all at once because, again, that's not going to help you. Be consistent. Choose the one that you think for yourself you need a little bit more attention on, and start to plan for that every day and make time to work on that one thing, because when you do that, you will find that your consistency will lead you to success. So let me know how it goes when you try it and which one you felt is the most important for you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.